What's the future hold for immigrants? That's the basis for America Libre, a new book written by Raul Ramos y Sanchez.
America Libre is really a story about a family under stress 10 years in the future when the United States is undergoing a civil war.
America Libre shows the dangers of extremism.
We have extremists today on both the far right and also in the Latino community. It's a story of a family, and it's a family in a world about 10 or so years in the future that is really intent on breaking them apart. That world has some of the qualities which we see today, but it's also a lot of the social currents which have been brewing have gotten a lot worse. An economic recession has left a lot of people unemployed, and some of the pressures which we're seeing today have been greatly magnified. The hero of the story is named Manolo Suarez, and Mano is trying to protect his family, provide for them in a time when there aren't very many jobs, and he finally lands a job with someone who he thinks is going to be the savior. It turns out that that person is named Josefina Herrera. In the book she's known as Joe also, and Joe turns out to be actually secretly a separatist rebel whose intent it is to actually reclaim the territories of the United States that were formerly part of Mexico and Spain. So Mano, who is a former GI, loyal, hard rock American, actually speaks very little Spanish. He finds himself going from a situation where he's very loyal to one where he ultimately becomes a separatist rebel. That transition from loyal American to insurgent is what the book is all about. I want to tell you a little bit about a recent incident that was pretty chilling. In reaction to my book, I found a website that said, and I quote, "We ain't the only ones talking about a revolution." This was a website from a right-wing group who obviously felt that this was something which fulfills their agenda. These are the kind of groups that took part in the federal building bombing in Oklahoma City, and today these groups are looking at Latino immigration as the new whipping boy for their hate and their frenzy.